Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Thanks for joining us. This weekend, there's a big event that'll be going on at the Dubois County 4-H Fairgrounds, and that is the Dubois County Open Livestock Show. And the importance here is open, and then livestock's important because there's many different species that will be shown. Joining us in the studio is Steve Oeding, and Steve is, we'll say, the coordinator, the director, the originator of this Open Livestock Show. And also joining us is Cody Scherle. He is one of the young adults that will be showing animals, but also is part of a judging team that we'll talk about a little bit as well. And this is part of a two-part series. We'll be airing tonight, and then again tomorrow night we will have two more young adults who will be talking about the show coming up and about the national judging program that's coming up in October. So we totally confused everybody. Steve, let's get started talking about really this weekend. It's the 33rd annual Dubois County Open Livestock Show.
Yes, it is.
What is it?
Okay, it's basically an opportunity for children from 4 years of age to 21 to show livestock. They can show swine, beef, goats, and sheep, actually in that order. We show the first two on Saturday, the second two on Sunday. A professional judge being, and he'll be doing the actual judging. And basically it's kind of a family-oriented day. It's been going, I've been involved for 33 years in one way or another. It started as only a beef show and only a sheep show, two separate different groups. And as the people got older, I helped them, and the judging team took it over because we didn't want it to stop. And basically that's where we got. And we've been I kind of forgot, but probably been running it for about 6-8 years on our own. But basically a big crew of people from Dubois County, the parents of these kids mostly, and a lot of kids that were on the judging team. That's who runs this show. That's the meat of it. They're the volunteers. It's a few people like me that have to kind of oversee that it happens, but it's them that makes this thing happen.
Do you have any idea how many animals will
there's
be shown?
Usually roughly 100 pigs, 60 beef, about 100 sheep, and about 60 goats. Of course, we're always hoping it's bigger, and that's why we're here. We're trying to encourage people to come, because it's we don't know till that morning who's going to actually be there.
That was going to be my next question. Do people need to register ahead of time? Do they just show up? Can I wake up Saturday morning and say, I want to go?
As we're going to judging contest all year long, we're handing these flyers out. And I'm telling people, and we went to the state livestock judging, I was handing flyers out. So we have people from all over the state of Indiana. You can be out of state. We have had Kentucky and Illinois people come. The farthest that I know comes every year is Rensselaer. That's north of Purdue.
That's a good distance.
Yes. I mean, we're probably covering about 30 counties, but basically every county that touches Dubois County and the next county after it has a bunch of kids involved.
Now, it's at the 4-H Fairgrounds, but it's not necessarily associated with 4-H. I guess we could say it's endorsed by 4-H.
Yes.
And a lot of the kids are, as you mentioned off air, they're either 4-Hers at one time, or they're incoming 4-H, or they're currently 4-H.
Yes. Almost everybody involved in this is in 4-H in one way or another. They were either, like myself, I was actually started in 4-H in Spencer County. The second year of this fair, we found out, my family, that we could move to Dubois County. So I've been involved in this fair since year 2. And I know that's over 40 years. I don't know exactly the exact date, but a lot of people don't realize you can be in 4-H as long as you're only in one county. You have to be a member.
Now, this is an open show, so anybody can enter. What are the classes, and not of animals, but of people? What age groups? Is it grouped in age?
They're basically, like I said, you have to be at least 4, and in pre-4-H at the fair, the little kids don't actually have to show the animal daddy or mom can go in with them. But here you're kind of expected to be the showman in the ring.
Okay.
So that's the only thing. But a lot of these 4-year-olds think they're experts already. And they do a good job. I have a grandson. He looks forward to this all year. This will be his second one to do. And I have a granddaughter. We think she's going to be doing it. She could have last year. She was 4 last year. But a lot of these little kids, and we had a lot of little kids show up. Last year was the first year we started the 4-year-olds. Okay. We had to kind of pay for special insurance to do that. But the local 4-H program allows us to use the facilities without paying for it. And we had to make that work as long as we can fit their rules. We can't afford to pay a few $1,000s worth of insurance and rentals. So they basically let us use this facility.
Okay, so then you young ones would be called novices, and that's
right,
4 to 9-year-old? Okay,
yes.
What's the next division?
That would be for showmanship is what those. Now, when they actually show, the 4-year-old might be in the ring with the 21-year-old.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's
when they go in with it. Okay. But what happens on each species, the kids get divided in 4 groups, and in that group, they actually get to do showmanship. The difference about showmanship, no matter how good your animal is, you get judged on your work.
Okay.
And so
that's where I see
the kid that Daddy might have bought him a $10,000 animal. The kid that doesn't have that opportunity can still do well in showmanship because it's about them. So
showmanship, then, is 4 to 9-year-olds, and 10 to 13-year-olds, 14 to 16-year-olds, and then 17 to 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. So there are folks who are out of 4-H who are also showing at the show.
Right. So that's why that's divided. But when they actually show to win a prize, which it feeds who wins the best, then you come back. But till you get to the grand champions. Basically, you're all going for that, including that 4-year-old or the 21-year-old. They all compete against each other.
So there's cash prizes.
There is cash prizes in an open show. That's the difference between normal 4-H, which is just about a ribbon, and an open show. There is cash opportunities. We're not as big as some prizes and some big shows because basically this show runs itself. We do have sponsors, but we don't go out and get gigantic sums of money.
Okay. Well, Cody, let's talk to you a little bit. Cody Scherle, tell us about yourself. Where are you going to school?
I go to the Jasper High School in Jasper.
And you're a senior?
I'm a sophomore, going to be a sophomore.
A sophomore. Yeah. And you're from Ireland, Jasper?
Yeah, I'm from Ireland, Indiana.
Ireland, Indiana. Okay, now, Cody, you are one of the judges as part of this judging team. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you are actually going to show at the open show, is that right?
Yeah, I'll show cattle. I was wanting to show a calf and a pig at the open show this year.
Okay, and do you come from a farm family?
Yeah, my mom used to show in 4-H, and my dad, growing up, was grown as a farmer through his whole life. So.
Now tell me about the animals that you select. Are you just going out and saying, I think I'll take that one and that one? Are you really looking at this animal because you're looking for a winner?
Yeah.
And what are you looking for?
Well, when I go out and pick 4-H, you just stick to the basics in terms of how they move, walking away from you, and how you want to see the future in the lamb or in whatever you're choosing. You want to see the future that it's going to hold instead of how it looks now. You want to see how it's going to look in the future for the shows that you're going to take it to.
Okay, so did you make these selections when?
Well, I chose my calf and the calves I'm showing back in around, I want to say October. And then the lambs we chose around in April or March, around there.
Okay. And so you're going to load them up into a truck and you're going to take them to the show?
Yeah, we'll load them up in our trailer. The morning we check them in and take them over to the fair. Are
you also competing in the showmanship?
Yeah, I'll probably compete in showmanship. I usually do it every year.
What makes you a good showman?
I guess your attitude towards showing if you're out there to win and out there to compete against everybody else on the ring.
Do you have to know, or what do you have to know about your animal?
Pretty well
everything. Like the calf, what's something that people may not realize you have to know about that calf?
You have to know its personality. You have to know how it acts and what it likes and what it doesn't like in terms of, say somebody has a calf and another person wants to show it. say it doesn't like when you rub a certain spot on it or something like that. So you'll have to know what it likes and what it dislikes for it to cooperate in the ring.
Are you practicing with it?
Yeah, we work with our animals from when we get them to the fair in July.
How often do you work with it? Like twice a day, once a day, for an hour?
Well,
What's the routine?
usually we try to do it a couple times a week. We start doing it more towards the fair. It's slower in the winter, faster in the summer, so we try to do it a couple times a week.
Now these animals, this calf and you said a sheep, a lamb?
Lamb, cattle, and pigs and goats I all show.
Oh, but at this show you're just going to show two?
Two
Okay, but at
species.
4-H you're going to show
All four.
All four. Okay.
26 animals.
26. You're going to take 26 animals to the 4-H fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
6 calves.
That's with your
Si-
sister.
Yeah, with my sister, so we split it half and half. So
Okay.
6 calves, 6 pigs, 4 goats, 6 sheep. So I want to say something.
Wow,
like-
you are really going to be busy.
Yeah.
All right, we got to make sure we look you up and see how well you do at the 4-H
All right,
fair.
that's fine.
Why is this Open Livestock Show important? What's the importance of this show to you as a young farmer?
Well, it gets people to be able to bring their their animals in to show, and for the judging team, it brings money in towards us to take our team to different events and be able to eat out and be able to do whatever we want in terms of fun activities during the road trip.
Okay, now talk about this judging team. You are not judging at this coming weekend's events. You are one of the showers, one of the
yeah.
showmen, or whatever you'd call it.
Yeah.
But you're part of the judging team.
Yeah.
What is the judging team, and what do you do?
We go around to different contests. Some counties, I'd say, hold contests in terms of a judging contest. So that's when different counties around, Indiana or other counties and states go to contests and judge animals and in terms of first place, second place, and go down from there and in terms of how you judge the classes that they have.
Did being a judge make you a better showman, or being a showman make you a better judge?
I would agree a judge makes you a better showman in terms of picking out your animals, because if you have somebody that's a judge, they'll be able to go out and pick better livestock than somebody that hasn't been around 4-H and hasn't been around judging, so they wouldn't know what to look for in a good lamb or a good calf or any other species.
Okay, now one question for those that are watching that either may be interested in showing or may be interested in going. This is an open show. Is it open to the public, both for whoever wants to show and whoever wants to come?
Whoever wants to show can show any livestock they want. I mean, say somebody not in 4-H at all wants to show a lamb, they can show a lamb. They can try it out, whatever they want to do.
Is there a registration fee?
There is for the showmen, but the public can come and watch for free. We do have food stands and things that are available, but of course they'd have to pay for the food. But other than that, there's no cost.
And it's all in the show arena?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
There's been a lot of, when they find out about it, a lot of older ladies that enjoy the fair, and basically they're excited. They're coming both days, all day, just to watch these young people show their talent.
So it sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Cody, good luck. And
Thanks.
Steve, good luck to you with running the show.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thanks to both of you for coming in. Our guest has been Steve Oeding. He is the coordinator, is what we're going to say, for the Open Livestock Show, has been involved with it for a long time. And also joining us is Cody Scherle of Ireland, Indiana, who will be showing, but is also part of the national judging team. Now, tomorrow night's show, we're going to talk some more to 2 other young adults who will be telling us about the judging team and about showing at the Open Livestock Show this weekend. It's this Saturday and Sunday at the Dubois County 4-H Fairgrounds. Thanks to both of you. Thanks for watching WJTS. We're local people watching local people.